We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And some space here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. A shotgun snap for Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down. The Browns at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. To the air yet again, Watson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Now a first down throw, Watson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Watson. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
York able to send this one through.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And again, it's Chubb. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
If this is what you want to see from a defense, give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out, and giving the ball back to their offense?
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
If there's one thing they are lacking in, is confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that fourth down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
87 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They're going to try and throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They go play action here on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Brandon, never ceases to amaze me just how fast these defensive ends are in the game nowadays. Part of that is what we've seen in college football, where they've gotten smaller and faster on the defensive side of the ball, but they've brought that to the NFL because it is hard for an offensive lineman to keep them away from the quarterback.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he stopped at the 44. It's also a gain of 4. And now it's fourth down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
looking to throw.
Targets Parker, and he's got him on the crossing route. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. His throw incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for Miami. 53 yards. Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Chubb again.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to move back in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys have now moved out in front.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 17-14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positive.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And this is Parker, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
That's caught inside the 20. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. A big play that time for Cleveland. 78 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Touchdown! David Njoku from 4 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
122 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 53 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Deep ball for Goodwin.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
He'll look to throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. We don't see too many conversions on 4th and 10, but we just did there. A gain of 14 and a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 60. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to a field goal. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Here's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
161 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They go up the middle with Chubb. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on third down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
A run with Chubb on first down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train?
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
In motion, Hill. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Boy, 203 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. And they take a knee. Way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So with that knee 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game. He came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you watch that spot, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Miami, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.